Well, there have been instant reactions by some people that we should be going to. These were vaccines that obviously were approved for 2 doses, either 3 or 4 weeks apart. But people are now saying maybe we should get 1 dose out as widely as possible. The British are experimenting with mix and match. Where are we with the actual science of knowing how to do this properly, how to continue, and whether those recommendations may change as we go ahead?
Well, that's a really good question. Recognize the two vaccines that have been authorized for emergency use in the US, Pfizer and Moderna, had that determination made on the basis of rigorous phase 3 trials involving at least 30,000 participants. And where it was a 2-dose regimen for Pfizer, 21 days between first and second dose, for Moderna, 28 days. They didn't throw somebody out who showed up a week late for their second dose, but most people were pretty close to hitting that interval. And that's how we know that these vaccines are 94, 95% effective, which is pretty breathtaking, by the way, to be able to say that. As soon as you start tinkering with the timing of the doses, or even considering, as the Brits are, maybe you don't have to use the same vaccine for the first and the second dose, then you're outside of the scientific data and you're potentially putting people at risk of not getting a good outcome. So if you saw FDA's comments yesterday, which I would align myself with, let's be really careful here. Let's basically build our vaccination program on the actual evidence that we have and not start making stuff up, even though it might seem like it would be a way to get people immunized more quickly. We want them to be immunized effectively. By the way, right now, the problem doesn't seem to be that we have a shortage of doses. We seem to have a shortage of delivery of those doses into arms. So let's focus on that problem. And if we get to the point where we really are short of vaccine doses, we could begin to talk about whether there are some creative ways, without getting outside the science, to get more people started into this immunization plan, which we really want to get to as many people as quickly as possible.